Okay, so we've all been there. That moment where you absolutely know what you need to do, like, get to the gym, make that awkward call, maybe finally start that big project you've been putting off, but somehow you just don't. There's this gap, this wall between knowing and actually do it. We get stuck. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, that gap is exactly what we're diving into today, that kind of paralysis. And we're looking at a tool, a really simple but powerful metacognition tool. Metacognition meaning, thinking about your thinking.
Right. Changing how you approach starting something.
Exactly. It's designed to bridge that very gap we were just talking about. It's called the 5-second rule. And it sounds catchy, sure, but it's really a whole framework. It's about impulse control, about immediate, lasting change.
So our mission today, we're going to dig into where this rule even came from, which is a pretty wild story.
Oh, yeah.
And then, why does counting backwards actually work? What's the psychology, the science? And we'll look at the results people have gotten from like tiny habits all the way up to huge life changes.
Absolutely. Real world impact.
So the origin, this wasn't cooked up in some lab, right? It came out of a really dark time for the creator back around 2009.
Yeah, she describes it as a total crisis. Like everything falling apart. Marriage struggles, finances in ruins, bouncing checks, lemons on the house, you name it. Lost her job.
Bro.
And just rock bottom self-esteem. And the way all that stress and dread showed up every morning.
Let me guess. The snooze button.
Bingo. Just hitting snooze over and over. A really debilitating habit when you feel like you can't face the day.
So how does someone go from that to creating this rule?
Well, it wasn't some grand epiphany. It was actually kind of randomly watching TV. She's about to turn it off, sees a rocket launch. The classic 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown.
Okay.
And something just clicked. An instinct. She thought, tomorrow morning, I'm going to launch myself out of bed. Just like that rocket. The whole idea was to move so fast her brain couldn't stop.
Move before you think.
Pretty much. And that one little action, that first morning, it changed everything. What seemed like a silly personal trick, it turned into this, incredibly powerful psychological tool. Because really, at its core, the rule is about courage.
Courage. That sounds big. I mean, launching out of bed versus, say, running into a fire.
Well, yeah, but think about courage differently. Not just those huge heroic acts. It's also the ability to do things that just feel hard or scary or uncertain in the moment.
Ah, okay. So getting out of bed when you're depressed is hard? Going to the gym when you're comfy is uncertain.
Exactly. It feels difficult. The rule is the mechanism you use to push through that discomfort instead of defaulting to the easy habit, which is usually doing nothing, right? Stalling.
So that's why the wording is so specific.
Precisely. It states, the moment you have an instinct to act on a goal, you must 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and physically move, or your brain will stop you. The physical movement is key.
Yeah.
It forces you out of just thinking and into doing, a bias toward action.
Okay, but why backwards? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why not just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It feels more natural, maybe.
That's actually a super important distinction they figured out pretty quickly. Counting backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it forces your brain to shift gears. It's an interruption.
Interrupting what?
The excuses.
Yes. That loop of doubt, worry, excuses that your brain automatically serves up when faced with something slightly uncomfortable or uncertain. Counting backwards distracts from that loop.
Okay, so it's like a mental pattern interrupt.
Exactly. And neurologically, what you're doing is activating your prefrontal cortex. Think of it like the CEO of your brain. It handles focus, planning, deliberate action, impulse control.
Got it.
So the countdown is like firing up the CEO. It becomes a starting ritual that focuses your brain before the excuses really take hold. You count forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, you can just keep counting, right? 6, 7, 8. You can hesitate forever.
Right. The backward count has a definite endpoint. 1 means go.
1 means move. The countdown is the trigger. The physical movement is the commitment. Your mind follows your body's lead.
And this all happens really fast, doesn't it? This 5-second window idea. That's the concept. That tiny space between the initial impulse, I should speak up, I should send that email, I should get up, and the moment your brain floods you with reasons not to. Doubt, fear, worry.
We basically talk ourselves out of things in just 5 seconds.
Constantly, we hold ourselves back 5 seconds at a time. It's kind of shocking when you think about it.
And you mentioned forcing yourself to move, building that bias for action that connects to a psychological concept, locus of control.
Yeah, Julian Rotter's work from back in the 50s. Locus of control is about your belief system. Do you believe you control what happens in your life, an internal locus? Or do you feel like things are mostly due to outside forces, luck, fate, and external locus?
Okay.
Every time you use 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and act, you're proving to yourself, reinforcing the belief that you are in control, that you make things happen. And research consistently shows that people with a stronger internal locus of control tend to be happier, more resilient, more successful.
Makes sense. So the science is there, but let's talk about real life. Does this little countdown really work for, like, major stuff?
The range is pretty incredible. Take productivity.
Yeah.
We heard about Laura. She used the rule for everything. Making calls she dreaded, writing proposals she kept putting off, increased her cash flow by $4,000 a month, and finally finished her bachelor's degree. All by just starting, replacing the stall with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1G.
Wow. Okay. What about, like, in a company setting?
Yeah, there's Crystal at USAA. She introduced the rule to her sales team. They started using it for those tough cold calls, dealing with difficult clients. You know, the stuff everyone avoids.
In the team.
Jumped to the #1 sales location in their region. It scaled from one person's habit change to boosting the whole team's performance.
That's impressive. And you mentioned it helps with really personal battles, too, like health, addiction.
Absolutely. Huge impact there.
Yeah.
There's Bill's story. He found the countdown trick, as he called it, online. Used it specifically to stop himself from reaching for a drink.
Did it work?
He celebrated his 40th birthday totally sober. Then there's Charlie. He weighed 383 pounds, used 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 every single day to push himself to make his juice. He did it for 529 days straight.
Whoa. The result?
Lost 176 pounds. Again, the action itself, making juice, is simple. But overriding that feeling of, I can't or I don't want to, day after day, that's where the countdown comes in. It's profound.
Okay, that's physical stuff. But what about emotional reactions? You know, like snapping at your kids. Can 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 really stop something that feels so automatic, so ingrained?
It can, because it gives you that crucial pause, that interruption. We heard about Jenna, a mom who used it exactly for that, when she felt the anger rising, about to snap, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and choose patience instead. It breaks the automatic pattern.
It creates a moment of choice.
Precisely. And sometimes that moment is literally life-saving. A colleague shared a story about severe depression, being right on the edge, and using 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to force himself to put down an object and make a call for help. That interruption, that forced action, saved his life.
That's incredibly powerful.
It really highlights what neuroscientist Antonio Damasio found. He said we're feeling machines that think, not the other way around. About 95% of our decisions, they're driven by how we feel in the moment.
So we're not logically asking, should I share this idea?
More like, subconsciously, do I feel confident enough right now? Or do I feel like dealing with potential criticism? Our feelings dictate our actions most of the time.
Which leads to the big problem. If we wait until we feel like it.
You'll never do it. That's the core lesson here. You'll never feel like it. Motivation isn't something you wait for. It's often something that comes after you start. If you only act when you feel inspired or rested or confident, you'll be waiting forever.
So the rule is the way to decouple action from feeling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do, whether you feel like it or not.
Exactly. You act based on your goals, not your temporary mood.
Okay, speaking of waiting, let's talk about that. The waiting game. We wait for the right time or until we feel ready. Usually because we're scared, right? Scared of failing or looking stupid or getting rejected.
Totally. Like that story of Tom at the bar. He saw someone he wanted to talk to, just 10 feet away, but he just sat there, paralyzed by doubt, waiting.
That 10 feet might as well have been a mile. Here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
This isn't just us regular folks. History is full of examples of truly great figures who hesitated, who waited, who doubted themselves intensely.
Oh, absolutely.
Like Michelangelo. The Pope asks him to paint the Sistine Chapel ceiling. Right. An incredible commission. His reaction?
He panicked. He actually fled Rome, went back to Florence because he felt so overwhelmed, so inadequate for the job. He literally hid, had to be dragged back, practically.
Wow. And Steve Wozniak, the tech genius behind Apple.
Same story, different context. He had the groundbreaking ideas, built the first Apple computer, but launching company. Quitting his safe job at HP? He needed constant pushing from friends, from his parents to actually do it. He hesitated for ages.
He wasn't ready to jump.
Not at all. And maybe the most powerful example is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He later admitted that if he'd actually stopped and really thought through all the implications, the danger, the pressure of leading the Montgomery bus boycott, he probably would have said no.
He acted on instinct first.
He was pushed by the moment, by the need. Action came before readiness. These huge historical moments often hinge on someone not overthinking it, on just starting,
That's actually kind of comforting. If Michelangelo and Wozniak and Dr. King felt that same hesitation we feel before sending an email.
Right. It shows hesitation is universal, it's human, but it also shows that waiting, because of that hesitation, is the enemy of your goals, your dreams.
The world doesn't reward waiting.
It rewards starting. Think about people like E.L. James. She didn't wait for a publisher for 50 Shades of Grey. She started posting fan fiction on a blog. Tiny steps.
Or Ed Sheeran busking in parks. Broad City starting with rough iPhone videos.
Exactly. They didn't wait for perfection or permission or the right time. They focused on beginning. The rule, that 5-4-3-2-1, it helps you do just that. Get out of your head, stop the waiting, and just start. That's all that matters initially, the choice to begin.
Okay, so let's tie this together for everyone listening. We hear things like, just do it. That's the idea, the concept, right?
Right. It tells you what the goal is.
But the 5-second rule, that's the how. That's the actual tool you use in the moment when you're staring at the ceiling or the phone or the blank page and there's no one there to push you.
Precisely. It's the mechanism for self-coaching, for self-pushing, when motivation is nowhere to be found.
So since this is about immediate action, let's give people something immediate they can try.
Let's do it. We call it the wake-up challenge. Super simple. Tonight, set your alarm for 30 minutes earlier than you normally would.
Okay, 30 minutes earlier.
And here's the key part. Put your alarm clock or your phone across the room, not next to your bed.
Ah, so you have to physically get up.
You got it. The moment that alarm rings,
Yeah.
no thinking, no negotiating, just 5-4-3-2-1,
Yeah.
and you physically stand up, walk over, turn it off.
That's the challenge. Try it tomorrow morning.
Just try it once, see how it feels.
And related to that, we have to talk about the snooze button again, because the rule was basically invented to kill that habit. Why is hitting snooze just so uniquely terrible for you?
Oh, the science on this is really clear and kind of scary. When you hit snooze and drift back off, your brain starts initiating a new sleep cycle. These cycles typically run 90 to 110 minutes.
Okay, but the snooze is only like 9 minutes.
Exactly. So when that alarm jars you awake again 9 or 10 minutes later, you're ripping your brain out of the very beginning of a new sleep cycle. Specifically, it disrupts your prefrontal cortex when we're the CEO, right when it's trying to go back offline.
And that causes?
It causes something called sleep inertia, that groggy, foggy feeling.
Yeah.
It's not just feeling tired. Your actual cognitive function, your focus, your alertness, your decision-making ability can be impaired.
For how long?
Studies show it can last for up to 4 hours.
4 hours? Just from hitting snooze once or twice?
Yeah, it's not about the total hours slept. It's about messing up those sleep cycles. So honestly, the single highest impact thing you can do for your morning productivity and clarity, never hit snooze. Use the 5-4-3-2-1 rule to get up instead.
Wow. Okay, so bottom line, what does all this mean for you listening right now?
It means you have a tool, a simple science-backed tool to fight hesitation. Every time you use it, 5-4-3-2-1 move, you're doing more than just getting one task done. You're actually rewiring your brain.
How so?
You're practicing what psychologists call behavioral flexibility. You're actively weakening the old default habits, doubting, worrying, procrastinating, and strengthening a new pattern.
Yeah.
Acting with, well, everyday courage, acting on your intentions.
You change those small 5-second decisions.
And you start changing the trajectory of your day, your week, your work, ultimately your life. It starts small, but the ripple effect is huge.